Hello, everybody. Let us now proceed to our lecture on the physical science. We are done with the module 3 on the synthesis of new elements. Today, we will have a discussion on the polarity of molecules based on its structure. Are you ready? Okay, good, good. At the end of this session, we will be performing the following, and we are expected to perform this. Number one, after going through this module, you are expected to differentiate polar molecules from non-polar molecules. Number two, identify polarity based on molecular structure. Number three is regard polarity concepts in daily encounters. For now, let us have a pre-test. Please get your activity notebook and answer the following item. You can answer directly on each item. Number one, okay, for number one for a while. Right? What type of bond exists when two electrons are equally shared between two atoms? A, non-polar covalent band. B, polar covalent band. C, chemical band. Or D, ionic band. Number two, okay, for which of the following molecule is non-polar? A, HF or hydrogen fluoride. B is ammonia or NH3. Letter C is CH2F2 or letter D, CF4. Number three, why is water a polar molecule? A, the molecule has positive and negative charges on the opposite sides. Letter B, hydrogen and oxygen are both polar, and so is their combination. Letter C, hydrogen and oxygen have equal charges. Or letter D, water freezes at polar temperature. Number four, which of the following best describes how a covalent band holds two atoms together? A, pair of electrons is attracted to both nuclei of two atoms bonded together. Letter B, the two atoms are equally attracted to each other. Letter C, they want to pair with electron. Or letter D, to become stable. Number five, which of the following compound is an example of a polar molecule? A, HCl, B, H2, C, NaCl, or letter D, CH4. All right, finalize your answer and we will be checking your work. Okay, this time, let's have a recap. Remember molecular bonding, if you can still recall this. Try to complete the following description. Ionic band is the length of an electrons that binds metal and non-metal. For example, we have here NaCl or sodium chloride. Okay, in molecular bonding, so we have here sodium. Your sodium has one valence electrons, which represented by one dot, no? And also it belongs to group one, and your chlorine belongs to group seven. Okay, so that's why group seven is also known as your valence electron. So that 7 represents a dot. So you count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So during the banding, um, your your hydrogen has a charge of positive, and your chlorine has a charge of negative, right? And so um, it resulted to this reaction, right? Or NaCl. Pwede sabda siya Na, single band, then Cl with six dots, no? Because the one valence of sodium will be shared with your chlorine. Your covalent band, can you please answer? Covalent band is the blank of electrons between non-metals. So example, we have here hydrogen ions. So your hydrogen ion, so naman tanan belongs sa group 1 for hydrogen. So it represented by one dot. No? So H with one dot and another H with one dot. So once this reacts, no, it resulted to this. So H single band H. No? So it has now two electrons. Okay, further questions? We will have some short activity on the Lewis dot to explore further and to understand this concept. So to proceed with our lesson, let me uh, share with you my presentation for a while. Right. Yeah, let's have this short PPT on the Lewis diagram made easy. Let us learn how to draw Lewis diagram for atoms and simple molecules. So we have here one example. So we have here chlorine. Let us now identify how many valence electrons does chlorine have. Right? So to get that number, all we do is we count the columns starting from the left. So we have here moving to the right. Okay, so from this point up to this point. That's how we count the columns starting from the left. And then to get that number, all we do is count the columns starting from the left. And then we skip the transition metals. These are the transition metals from scandium up to zinc. Right? And remember that only exception to this is helium, okay, which has two valence electron. Remember this, not eight. No? Although it belongs to group 8, pero dili walo ang iya valence electron. So let's start with the numbering of its column. So hydrogen is group 1, beryllium group, from beryllium up to calcium, this group is group 2. For group 3 is from boron up to gallium. Group 4 is from carbon, silicon, okay, down. Group 5 is nitrogen, astatine, yeah, astatine down. And group 6 is oxygen. Group 7 is fluorine, and group 8 is helium. Okay? So for instance, no, if we wanted to identify the valence electron of chlorine, let's identify kung asa na bilong ang chlorine. Okay? So pangitaw na to ang chlorine, naa siya sa group 7. Here. Basically, since na siya na belong sa group 7, then the valence electron is 7. Right? Are we clear? Good. So in Lewis diagram, the dots represents valence electrons. Okay, mo niya to ang mga valence electrons. And remember that um, its symbol is Cl, right, for chlorine. And see it in the seventh column here. That tells us that it has 7 valence electrons. And knowing the number of valence electron as an element has its critical. And in the Lewis diagram, we use dots to represent valence electrons. So the Lewis diagram of chlorine is symbol as Cl. So we can write here Cl, okay, with 7 dots around it. And please take note, when you draw the dots, don't just put them anywhere. Dili ka pwede nga, dili ni mo ibutang ang 7 or naana lang. Daghan kayo, nagkatag-katag. Dili pwede. Instead, you imagine a square round, no? Around the elements symbol. And the dots should be neatly drawn on the 4 sides of the square with no more than 2 dots on any side. So ang ato yung minimum dots per side is only 2, like this illustration on chlorine. So mura ka og mag-visualize that it looks like a square. So we write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? So pila gani ang atuang valence selection sa chlorine? Okay, a total of 7. Good. So let's have a practice. Let's now have some practice. Practice drawing the Lewis diagram of a few elements just to make sure you've got. This is the Lewis diagram of hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen, which has only 1 valence electrons. Kung ano man ang atuang hydrogen belongs to group 1. So sa group 1, munang naatay, 1 lang ka valence electron. However, for carbon, it has 4 valence electrons, and this is yeah, for your carbon natay 4 valence electron, and for your oxygen is natay 6 ka valence electrons. So putang ta 1, 2, 3, and 4. For oxygen, since namatay 6, we start here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Clear? Okay, yeah. And what else? Lewis diagrams are often used to represent covalent bonding in molecules and ions. So in covalent bonding, atoms are shared valence electron in order to get a full octet rule or duet for hydrogen. Ang octet rule pasipot is dapat complete ang 8 dots, no? In both elements, no? But it can only be achieved through the sharing of valence electron. Okay? So in covalent bonding, atoms are shared electrons in order to get a full octet rule. So for example, we have here H2. No? Atoms are really shared in order to get a full octet rule. So that is for every non-metal element. No? It wants 8 valence electrons except for hydrogen. Like this, H2, which only wants 2 valence electrons. The simplest molecule possible is that of hydrogen molecule. Okay? Or H2, a hydrogen atom has 1 valence electron, but it wants to have 2. So in order to satisfy its desire for another valence electron, 2 hydrogen atoms will share their electrons with each other. And the crazy thing here is that in the wonderful world of atoms, the shared electrons are counted as owned by both atoms. That means that both hydrogen atoms are happy because they both satisfy the octet rule. Further, in covalent bandings, in Lewis diagram, shared electrons are counted as owned by both, right? Therefore, if naatay duha ka hydrogen here, meaning na siya duha ka electrons present. Okay? Na siya one electrons here on this side and another electron here on this side. Further, if natay duha ka lines, that is a double band, pasabot na natay upat ka electrons, meaning natay uh, on both ends natay one that represented by one valence electrons. Three lines, meaning triple band or equivalent to six electrons. And however, the two dots, no, if natay sobrang dots like this, no, in your oxygen O2, it is known as the lone pair of electrons, meaning solo lang sila, walay kuyog. Okay? So let's have an exercise. What are the steps for drawing a Lewis diagram? So let's have an H2O. Okay, please get your science notebook. In this case, pila gani ato ang number of atoms sa hydrogen? Pila ang iyang subscript ni hydrogen? Kini. Okay, that's two. How about for oxygen? Yeah, it's one here, no? Although wala siya number, but it's equivalent to one. Therefore, the first thing you need to do is you identify the group, the group classification. No? For example, let's have the hydrogen. This is a group. Yeah, it's in group one. However, pilang ang number of atoms present for hydrogen? It's two. Therefore, we just multiply it, and then 1 times 2 is equivalent to 2. And for oxygen, oxygen is in group 6, right? So you write here 6, and then bilang niya ang number of atoms is just 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. So if we wanted to calculate the total valence electron for water, it should be 8 because 2 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8, a total of 8 valence electrons. Second step, um, in drawing your Lewis structure, you need to determine the central atom. Okay, the element that there is only one one of, and then you draw a single band. Like in this case, no, kinsa ang one lang ang iya ang atoms present, the oxygen. Therefore, your oxygen will be our central atom, meaning ang tunga, no? And you draw the single bands to the central atoms and put all the remaining valence electrons of the atom as lone pairs. And you turn lone pairs into double or triple bands to give every atom an octet rule. Okay, so for example, here, atong oxygen is 6, right? So 1 for this dot. Um, while let me use my pen. Okay, yeah, this one. This vanishing pen. So since atong oxygen is na atay 6 covalent electron, we write no again in the same manner. For siya box type, you write like this. Okay, klaro. And then you put dots. No? Kinamanta dapat 6 covalent electron. So you count here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Klaro? However, your hydrogen should have at least two valence electrons. So, butang ka na rin sa kilid og one dot and another dot. Here. According to the ruling, dapat daw is ma-complete, no? Ma-satisfy na itong ano, octet rule, which which should have a total of 8 valence electrons. So for hydrogen, kung atong hapon, pila ang valence electron in total ni hydrogen? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? And for this hydrogen here on the right, so in total, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Meaning, yeah, for your hydrogen, kini na siya 8 ka-valence electron, and here is 8 valence electrons, meaning they are both okay. Let's verify your oxygen. Satisfy ba ang octet rule? Let's count also for oxygen. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kinidayon. Ihapon na to. Ihap ang highest hydrogen. 7 and 8. Meaning, your water or H2O satisfies the rule of the octet or octet rule. Okay, let's continue. Uh, yeah, let's have SO3 as an example. So same happens sa SO3. Your sulfur, we identify the sulfur, no, nasa sa group 6. We get the group classification 6, and then total number of atoms is just 1. So we write here 1, so 6 times 1 is 6. Okay. And for oxygen, so it's still in group 6. And then number of atoms for oxygen here in this given is 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. So 6 plus 18 is a total of 24 valence electrons. Okay. So yeah. So for now, katulang sa, and let's have more exercises this time. That would be all, and have a great day, everyone.